work and stretch work and mental work and spiritual work and self work. You get what I'm saying. But basically, just to show you guys that yoga is more than just a downward facing dog or doing handstands and being flexible, but it's about wellness and balance and manifesting the things that we envision for ourselves to be, both on and off the mat, because that's where we spend most of our lives. So welcome. I'm super excited to be joining with you guys in this journey. For you guys who are new, this is going to be great. I know a lot of us in the world are, if you never done yoga before, a lot of us like feel nervous or I can't touch my toes. That's one of the first things a lot of people say to me when they enter into their first yoga experience and routine. But it's really not about touching your toes. And honestly, anyone can touch your toes, just bend your knees. And so there are like modifications that you could do to grow your flexibility, but the core of it is a self check-in with yourself and, you know, making sure you're good so that you're good and that you're good for the things that you do and the work that you create and the people who are surrounding you. And so once again, welcome. And I just wanted to share a little bit about who I am before, you know, we jump into this class experience together. I am a yoga instructor. I've been teaching for the past 5 years, which is when I got my 200 200-hour credentials, and then more intensely the past 3 years after I got my 500-hour credentials out in New York. And I teach a lot of different types of classes, from sports, sports-centered and sports performance, to my classroom, because I'm a high school teacher, to community classes where I have, which are kind of my favorite, because I get to teach with families and young folks and young adults. And honestly, it's the most unconventional yoga space because people are talking to each other while they're doing yoga and learning from each other. And it's not this very rigid room where you have to be perfect and aligned and super in your mode and zone, but it's about learning and about sharing that experience with other people. And that's where I truly believe is how I want to continue to practice and teach yoga. Aside from yoga, I am a high school teacher. I teach at Centennial High in Compton. 9th graders, AVID, 11th graders, AP Lang, and English. So I teach 3 different classes. And I'm also on the founding team for a nonprofit that we actually just got through and got all the paperwork settled as a 501c3 called Girl Space International. Girl Space International believes in the women who believe in our girls, and we provide gifting as well as educational and skill-based workshops and networking opportunities for women in Compton. And we all together, as women who believe in our girls, host a one-day explosive empowerment conference for our girls here. And so those are the things that that's just a little glimpse of the sort of work that I do. But my passion project is to teach and experience self-care with myself and with others. And so I am excited to be teaching with you all, but more so growing with you all in this experience. And I hope that you find community in even a virtual setting like this. And hopefully one day we can all meet when things start opening up more and we have some in-person classes for you all. And so welcome to Yoga with Miss Whang, and we will begin with meditation, and I like to go over sun salutations, keep it very simple, and then end in meditation again. And so as we go through the classes, what I always ask my students is to keep just an eagle eye over themselves and constantly watch themselves in a third party point of view so that they could, or you can, learn this practice and do it on your own. So this class will be about 30 minutes long so that you could just run through it together. And then the goal is for you to do some of this on your own throughout the week and practice this either in the morning or in the afternoon or in the evening, whenever your body feels like it needs this grounding and centering. And then we come back on Saturday and we practice together. And so thank you for this opportunity, and let's go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna scoot back a little. I am sitting on a blanket. You are more than welcome to sit on something that is like a pillow. If you have a blanket and you want to sit with your knees open, you could fold the blanket like this, put it in between your knees, and then sit on the blanket as so. So if you don't want to sit crisscross, you could sit on your knees. I prefer to sit crisscross, and I like to be a little elevated so my butt doesn't hurt. All right, so you could either go crisscross applesauce or something called half lotus. I recommend this for people who have more open hips. If you're not flexible, you could either do this. If this is not even available to you, just kick out your legs and just find whatever is comfortable and whatever seat you can sit tall. If all of this is like, I don't even like sitting at the ground, I see you, just grab a chair, sit comfortably, both feet on the ground, and we're ready to go. I like to play a little music in meditation, and as we even go into meditation, if you've never meditated before, again, like, we don't have to think so deep about everything. You will get deep. Don't worry about that. So you don't have to try to get deep. You're sitting here and you're like, deep, 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 breakthrough, 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 breakthrough. You're just gonna focus so hard and put another level of expectation of meditation and not get centered. So just clear your mind, be cool with yourself, and breathe. Okay, so if that's all you do in meditation, you did an amazing job. Place your hands gently on top of your knees, and you want to just feel this elongation of the spine, and imagine a thin strand on the crown of your head pulling you up. Your belly button should slightly go in, your tailbone slightly curled, your rib cages slightly pulled up, and your collarbones nice and open, and shoulders slide back and down. Relax the back of the neck. Slightly tuck the chin. Relax your jaw. I like to just sit my tongue flat in my mouth, so my throat is open and wide, but my mouth is closed. Remember, sit tall. If you're kind of leaning forward, lean back, and just begin to soften your gaze. You can either stare at your nose or just stare forward and blur out your vision. Just begin to breathe in and out the nose. Don't control your breath, just find your natural breath right now. And remember, bird's eye. Notice the way that you're breathing. Are you stuttering in your breath? Are you holding your breath? Gently begin to find a smooth, consistent flow of breathing in and out. In and out. And with every inhale, just do a nice body scan. Find moments of tension, and every exhale, release that tension and go grounded into the ground. Now that your body is settled, you want to slowly close the eyes. And we're going to begin to turn inwards into our thoughts and align them with our breath. So breathing into the nose and out the nose. If you find your thoughts being very active, just clear them out one by one so that you have an empty mind and you are experience a sense of nothingness. Go so deep inwards, focusing more on your breath, and allow everything around you to be still, to be quiet. Don't worry about what you have to do today. Make this the most important thing of the present moment. To breathe, to be still, and to be fully content in yourself. I'm going to walk you through some pointers and guides as you meditate. You don't have to follow along with me. And if you lose me and you just want to stay here for the next 3 minutes breathing, you're totally fine. Now imagine a ball of light in your top abdomen. And breathe into that space right between your rib cages, pulling into the belly, and exhale. Take a deep inhale again. And exhale out the nose. Breathe in. And breathe out. Releasing the tension, releasing the thoughts. Now we're going to be doing some breath suspensions and holding our breath. Breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold the breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep inhale for last one. 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale everything out until you can't exhale anymore. Breathe out all the air in your lungs. And once you've reached no more air in your lungs, go ahead and open the eyes and inhale in. Sweep the arms up towards the sky and watch your hands meet. Gently press your hands together and exhale out the nose. Pull your hands to your heart. One more time, breathe in. Sweep the hands all the way up. And exhale, slowly bring your hands to heart. Last one, inhale, sweep the hands up. Breathe in, nice deep breath. Look up, move slowly with intention. Watch your hands meet. And once they're all pressed together, you're going to slowly bring your hands to your heart. And we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're going to first clasp our hands together like this. And just hold tight and just clasp them as hard as you can. Release the clasp, but still go ahead and keep your fingers interlaced. And just gently roll your wrist forward. Let's go ahead and wake up those wrists this morning. Keep breathing in and out the nose. Yes, this is yoga. And go ahead and switch sides. So our wrists get really stiff throughout the day too, so don't be afraid to do this throughout the day. Try to get deep into those joints. All right. Once you're done with that, keep the fingers interlaced. Press your palms towards the screen and straighten out your arms. If your shoulders are up by your ears, just drop your shoulders down and keep your posture. Keep your spine tall. Keep your shoulder blades, your collarbones open. And stretch out your fingers, stretch out your wrists. Inhale in, and exhale, go a little bit deeper into your finger wrist stretches. Some, and go ahead and roll them out again. I like to bring my thumbs down a little bit. All right, place your right hand right beside you. If you can't press it flat onto the ground, don't worry about it. Just prop your fingertips up. Left hand towards the sky. Extend that arm up. Inhale, pull in the belly. Breathe into the rib cages. And exhale, reach towards the right side. So in this position, keep breathing, and I'm going to walk you through this stretch. You want to press your left butt to the ground. And you're going to feel your left side body open. Instead of caving in like this, make sure that your collarbones are nice and open. And you're going to reach towards the right side. Press your arm towards your ear. And allow your head to go with gravity and fall towards the ground. So breathe in. And exhale, reach. Press your left hip towards the ground. Relax the jaw. And inhale, sweep the left arm across the room. Inhale, drop the left hand, reach the right hand, extend that arm up. And exhale, reach towards the left side, drop the right hip down this time, and reach towards the left side. Open up the right side body, pull the belly button in, and extend that arm towards the left side of the room. Relax the jaw, relax the face, and breathe here. Open up your right side body. And inhale, sweep the right hand all the way across the room. Come back to standing center. And we're just going to do a nice, easy forward fold, okay? So if you're crisscross applesauce, just stay there. And you're just going to go ahead and place your hands on the ground and just slowly walk forward. You don't want to stretch too deeply into this. This is just an easy stretch, okay? So if you're here, that's fine. If you can go more, but don't stress yourself. All you're gonna do is just bring your head down. Just to open up your hips and lower back. As you're here, breathe in and exhale, let gravity pull you closer to the ground. Soften your lower back and slowly come back up and switch sides. So if your left foot was forward, just make your right foot go forward. And go ahead and place your hands down and slowly walk your hands forward. And allow gravity to pull your head closer to the ground. Opening up your lower back. Try to soften the belly here. All right, come back up. And we're gonna go into some movement flows and I'll walk you through a sun salutation. Before we do that, we're gonna come into tabletop position. So in tabletop position, your knees are hip lengths apart, the tops of your feet pressed into the ground, okay? Your hands, all 10 fingers are in the mat, like pressed into the mat, and they're shoulder lengths apart. And your palms, you wanna just press your palms into the ground. So every movement matters, every muscle in your body is always active here. You're gonna press into the tops of the toes, drop the lower belly, lift that pelvis up. You're looking straight forward right now. Open the collarbones, and then slowly begin to lift your chin and look up. So this is your cat. Breathe in, and exhale, curl your spine. Your shoulders are gonna press up, and you're gonna look through your knees. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the pelvis, lift the chin, open the collarbones, breathe in. And exhale, slide the shoulders forward, curl the spine, and look through your legs, chin towards your belly button. And inhale, cat. And exhale, cow. And as you're exhaling, imagine your belly button moving towards your spine. And go ahead and breathe in, taking nice slow movements. And last one, exhale out. Beautiful. So here you're going to do nice big hip circles. So open up your hip joints. Doesn't matter if you're rotating right or left, because we're going to switch sides. But the point is to go deep into your hips. And go and switch sides. Nice big circles. This is probably one of my most favorite stretches in the morning because your hips are the biggest joint in the body, and yeah, they can get really tight. Okay, go ahead and tuck the toes. Press all 10 fingers and palms to the mat. Lift the knees and slowly just press into your hands. Lift off the hands. Move your hips back towards the wall. Keep your knees bent and look through your knees. And as you're here, you're pulling the belly button in and slowly dropping the heels down to the mat. Keep your inner arms towards your ears and straighten out those arms as much as you can. If you feel like you're slipping like this, just step forward. If you feel like you're kind of hovering over your wrist, you don't want to do that. Remember, you're pushing off your hands, and it should look like your arms are at an angle. So take a little adjustment of what you need to do. Make sure your feet are hips lengths apart, hands are shoulder lengths apart, and your inner arms are right close to your ears. Deep breath in. Pull the belly button in. Exhale, look forward. Slowly walk towards your wrists. Nice and slow. Keep your feet hips length apart. Hold onto your elbows and look through your knees. The crown of your head is towards the ground and just rock side to side. So as you're here, you're going to feel it in different places because your bodies are all different. You may feel it in your hamstrings. You may feel it in your lower back. You may feel it in your hips. I feel it in all three. I don't know about you, but you're going to have your own different experience. All right, drop the hands. Slowly lift up. Keep your head down, and the last thing up is going to be your head. Roll up, vertebra by vertebra, and try to move slowly. In yoga, it's okay to move very slow and to notice everything that's happening in your body. As you begin to lift your chin, bring your arms and sweep them all the way up to the top, what we did before. And exhale, go ahead and swan dive down. You're going to go ahead and flatten out the back. Look forward. Place your hands onto the ground. You want to bend the knees right here. And look through your shins and go into a forward fold. You can keep the knees bent. Place your hands on your shins. Look up. Flat back. Breathe in. And exhale, press your hands to the mat, step back, and we're going to do a modified chaturanga. So in this position is a plank pose. Press all 10 fingers to the ground, and you want to keep your heels right on top of the balls of your feet. If you're sinking in your belly like this, prop it up, strengthen that core. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, drop the knees, untuck the toes, bend your elbows in towards your ribs, and slowly lower yourself all the way down here. Once your forehead touches the mat, wiggle out. Keep your hands right next to your armpits. And on your inhale, lift the chest up, lift the head, look forward. Take a few breaths here. And when you're ready, just hover your hands up. So this is a baby cobra. Exhale, press your hands back into the ground. Move your forehead towards the ground. Push off your hands. You're going to open up your knees and sit back into child's pose. Your child's pose is all going to look different. If you can't touch the floor, that's fine. Just stay seated like this and just try. You can also roll up a mat and place it right under your seat and sit and bend forward. If this also is all painful, if you're in absolute pain, do not do this stretch, and you can just always lay down and just hold your knees in. It's all the same thing, okay? Remember, we all have different bodies. If you're in pain, you gotta move. All right. Come back to tabletop position. Tuck the toes. We're gonna do a full sun salutation this time, okay? Hover the knees up. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, move into your downward facing dog and look through your legs. You can pedal out your legs if you need to, just stretch and open them up. Inhale, look forward, walk towards your hands. And this time on your exhale, you're gonna first keep your feet together this time. And this time on your exhale, you're gonna do a forward fold. Press your hands to the ground, keep your knees bent, and just fold forward. Forehead towards your shins. Inhale, you're gonna swan dive up. Head up first. Slowly begin to lift the chest. Lift the arms, and you're gonna sweep them up. And exhale, hands to heart.
And you're gonna slowly just move forward, forward fold, drop your hands down, bend the knees. Inhale, press your hands to your shins, look up. And on your exhale, press your hands to the floor, step back, full chaturanga this time. Inhale, stay in place. And exhale, slowly lower yourself halfway down so your elbows sit into your ribs. Inhale, slight back bend, drop the hips towards the ground, untuck the toes, open up the collarbones, and exhale, slide back to downward facing dog. So we're going to take 3 breaths here. Inhale, press off the hands, and exhale, move the hips towards the back. Inhale in, straighten out the arms, flatten the shoulders. Exhale, contract the thighs. Try to straighten out your knees a little bit more. And exhale, drop the heels. Last breath in, pull the belly button in. Imagine a thin strand pulling the pelvis to the sky. And exhale everything out. All right, inhale, look forward. Go ahead and step the right foot forward. We're going to do a warrior 1. Drop the back heel down and pivot your left leg so that it faces out. So your knee is stacked onto your ankles. And inhale, you're going to sweep up for warrior 1. Keep your knee facing forward. Keep your big toe facing forward. Your back foot should be parallel to the back edge of the mat. And then your left belly, you're whipping it forward. Right belly back, right hip back, and sink in, look forward. Keep your arms nice and straight. And take a few breaths here, grounding in to your heels, the balls of your feet, and all 10 toes. Pull in the belly button, lift the rib cages up and look forward. And exhale, drop the hands. Step the right foot back in downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Inhale, step the left foot forward this time. Drop that back heel down. Your back toes are facing towards the right side of the mat. Your left toes are facing forward, and your heel and your knees are stacked. Your chest and face is also facing forward, and on your inhale, sweep the arms up, rip into that outer edge of the back foot. Exhale, bend into that front knee. You're going to feel the opening of this hip right here, and you're going to sink into this knee and your left hip. Make sure it doesn't look like this, but the knee and the ankles are stacked. Inhale, pull the belly button in. Exhale, ground into your feet, balls of your foot and your toes. Inhale, whip the right belly forward. Exhale, whip the left hip back. Inhale, lift the chin, relax the shoulders, and exhale, drop the hands and chaturanga. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, lower yourself halfway down. You can always drop the knees. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to stay here for 3 breaths, pressing into the ground with your hands, shifting the weight off your hands, and exhale onto your heels. 2 more deep breaths on your own. Focus on your breathing. Focus on the sensations you feel in your body. Inhale, look forward. Slowly walk up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, pull the hands to your heart. All right, so we're gonna grab a seat now and do some floor stretches. So that was your sun salutation. I did a first modified sun salutation. The second was a full one. And the third one, I incorporated a warrior one pose. So basic yoga. Hopefully you got the sense of the downward facing dog, chaturanga, downward facing dog, step forward, stand up, back down, chaturanga, downward facing dog, right? There's a flow to that. And so wanted to introduce you to that. All right, so we're gonna start winding down and wrapping up with some floor stretches. Go ahead and kick your right foot out and go ahead and hug your left knee into the chest and just move it side to side. All right, go ahead and switch. Kick the left leg out and hug in the right knee to the chest. And just hug it and move it side to side, opening up those hips. All right, pop your knees up. Round your right foot into the ground and bend this right knee. Your left leg is also going to be bent. Try to keep it at a 90-degree angle and flex the left foot. This is going to protect the knee. Place the left ankle on the right knee. You can move one of the hands back if you need it for grip. Or if you're more flexible in the hips, you can hold on to this under your right thigh and just hug this in. Take a few breaths in. And exhale, pull your chest closer to your feet. Again, if you're here and this is good enough, just stay here. If you're a bit more flexible, just hug that knee into your chest. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can also be on your back doing this. All right, go ahead and switch sides. So prop the left knee up, bend the right knee, flex the right foot, right ankle on top of left knee. And if you want to just stay in this position, using your hands behind you as a leverage point, you're more than welcome to do so. If you want a little bit more of a stretch, wrap your hands underneath your left thigh. Keep that right foot flexed. Open that right knee out to open the hips. And go ahead and inhale, flatten the back and move your chest towards your foot. You could also be laying down doing this. Take a few more breaths here. Focus on breathing into the hips. All right, slowly release. And now we're gonna do our final stretch of a forward fold. So in a forward fold, you're gonna press your ankles together, flex your feet, and bend the knees. Inhale, reach the hands up to the sky, pull the belly button in. Exhale, flat back all the way down until you catch your outer feet. Once you're here, breathe in, pull the outer edges of your feet, bend the elbows so that they're hugging your legs, and just slowly move your chest towards your knees. Breathe in, and exhale, slowly bring your gaze towards your shins. And as you're in this stretch, on your own pace, straighten out the legs as much as you can. So the trick to this pose is to breathe deep inhales in and deep exhales out. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Relax the belly. And if you're a bit more flexible and you're straightening out your knees a bit more, go ahead and imagine your head pressing into your feet. So use your hands to pull that top of the head towards your feet. Slowly release. Hug your knees into your chest. Roll back onto your back. You can grab on
to your feet, open up your hips, open up your knees, and just roll side to side for child's pose. Hug your knees into your chest, open up your arms, release your knees towards your right side body. Keep your left shoulder down and look towards the left hand. Allow gravity just to twist your body. Come back to center and switch sides. Move your knees towards the left side body. Open up your arms. Look towards your right hand. Relax your belly. Bring your knees back into the chest. Open up your legs nice and wide. And we're going to do our last stage, which is Savasana. So in Savasana, you're just literally laying down and you're not moving, you're not thinking, but you're just absorbing the time and space. So from here, just go ahead and close your eyes. And as you're here, just breathe. And allow your mind to wander. And once your mind is done wandering, just slowly begin to remove your thoughts one by one. Slowly roll onto one side of your body. And when you're ready, come to a seated position. And back to where we started. Go ahead and place your hands to your heart. And honor this time that you had with yourself. I hope that you were able to get a fresh start and to get your body moving at this time. And remember that when you are grounded, when you are good, you could be good for those around you, and you could be good for the work that you're committed to. We're going to do 3 collective breaths together. Take a deep inhale in. Open up the mouth. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale in. Open up the mouth. Last breath, breathe in. Exhale. Thank you for sharing your practice. And I hope to see you next Saturday at 9 o'clock Pacific time, 11 o'clock Eastern time. And if you are interested in following me, you can find me on Instagram at ms.whang. And I'm also accepting donations for this class. If not, don't worry about it. It's a free space, but would appreciate any love. You could find me at Venmo or Cash App at MSWHANG with no period. Blessings. Have a beautiful weekend. Stay safe out there, you guys. Much love, one love. God bless.
Awesome.
Okay.